right, so I'm just going to go around the horn here, around the horn. Again, this is just a way that I like to make sure that we get participation. Call it forced participation, if you will, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and get you to participate. So let's go with, let's start it off with Mike. Mike, if I asked you to just take a look at this screen right here and think about the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability. It's a CIA triad. If I asked you to take a look at this and look at the first question here, this is a big deal for us, especially now with you know, the recent things that are going on in the world. Being able to access work accounts from home, it's a big deal. So, Mike Reyes, what do you think would be the most important of the CIA triad to apply in this particular scenario?
Most important, confidentiality. You don't want the work information being spilled over across the wire.
Okay, confidentiality. All right. Does anybody have a agree or disagree with that?
I think it is availability.
Okay. I would, you know, I'd have a hard time saying that, I'd have a hard time saying that confidentiality was not important. But for this one right here, I would agree that availability would probably be tantamount, or at least be in the discussion for the top one, because if we don't have availability, then we can't work from home. And we've seen that over the last, especially over the last 10 to 12 weeks here, that it's been pretty important for us to be able to work remotely, especially some of the DoD contractors that are out there supporting the different missions that we have. So definitely those would be the top two. Probably lesser would be integrity, but still kind of important in this particular regard. But with all of these, you can kind of see some would trickle up to the top more important than others. So thank you guys for chiming in there. Shanice, let's go with you for this one. A company requiring emails to be sent with a private key. Okay. So of the three, what do you think is the most important here?
I would go with integrity.
You can go with integrity. Okay, why?
Because you want to ensure nothing's been changed with the sending emails with using the private key.
Okay. Yeah. So non-repudiation. That's a key word that we'll hear throughout the week. Certainly, we could probably make an argument about confidentiality as well. Maybe the private key is being used to encrypt. So some systems will allow us to do that with the private key. Good job. All right, Taylor, what about this dreaded NDA here that employees must sign whenever they start? All new employees, Taylor, number 3, what do you think?
I think it's confidentiality.
Confidentiality? All right. And that kind of reigns true there. I would also personally say that it also would probably directly couple someone's integrity as well, right? If they share an NDA or things that you're under NDA with, then you kind of get a gut check of what that person is made of based off of what you already talked about, maybe something in confidence with them. So good job there. Excellent. All right. How about we move on here to Razik. Razik, what do you think for number 4? Employees must have an ID, pen, and fingerprint scan to enter the office. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it is integrity.
Okay. Why? Why do you think it's integrity?
Because who I say I am going to prove with my fingerprint and with my ID. So it is integrity, I think. That, yeah.
All right, kind of the antithesis here of availability. Certainly, somebody is also trying to keep confidentiality intact here by enforcing, in this particular case, it looks like 3 factors of authentication. So I would say definitely integrity and probably confidentiality would be important in this particular regard as well. All right, good. And what about, one second. All right, Rakik, what about the next one here? Company agreeing with another company to access each other's databases. What would that
Availability. Availability.
availability? Yeah, for some reason in this particular regard, I always think about like pharmacies and doctors' offices, pushing your prescriptions out to a pharmacy. If it was not available, what would they do? Well, they probably would go back to just writing a scribe out for you and sending you to the pharmacy that way. But yeah, I would agree with you here. Availability is probably pretty important. But we could also make an argument that all 3 are important in this particular regard. Not just the availability, but integrity and confidentiality. And really, we could probably make a case for any of these as well, that many of these scenarios would be, in fact, all related to the CIA triad. It's just some would have more weighted to a particular CIA within the triad here. So excellent job. Thank you guys for helping out in that particular one. Let's move on